All right, I'm here at Netroots Nation. I'm here with hip-hop artist Jasiri X. You can find his work at JasiriX.com and on Twitter at Jasiri_X. Jasiri, thanks for talking with me again.
Hey, man, I'm happy to talk to you again. I appreciate all the work that you do, and I'm glad to see, you having the success that you are, and you're at Netroots, man, representing. What's up?
Excellent. I'm doing good, man. Yeah, it's good to see you here, too. So I think it was like maybe 2-3 months ago, you were on my show.
Yeah.
We were talking about art and hip-hop, art and activism. Yeah. We also talked about a video you shot not that long ago called Checkpoint, which is, you went and visited Palestine.
Yes.
And had this, amazing, horrible experience, but amazing and eye-opening experience.
Definitely eye-opening.
Yeah. But so, obviously, in the last month or so, tensions and violence has gotten even worse there.
Right.
The consistent slaughter of civilians.
Yeah.
So I guess just give me your take on what's happening over there right now.
I'm really heartbroken. I mean, to see, especially hearing about these 4 children, that were on a beach and bombed, and it's just I think the utter disregard for, civilian life. I mean, or what they're so horribly referred to as like collateral damage, and I'm really saddened by, the response of the United States government and the fact that, it's not more of an outcry from the international community, especially, when we talked about invading Iraq for, these humanitarian reasons. We talk about going all these other places for these humanitarian reasons, and then we're seeing, particularly women and children being killed. I mean, Gaza being a place that is so densely populated. It's like evacuate where? Jon Stewart, who I think did probably the best job I've seen of somebody in the media, was like, what are they going to do, swim for it?
Right.
So I just, I'm very saddened by it. And, one of the things that, I went to Palestine, and, I couldn't tell the difference between a Palestinian and Israeli. Like, I couldn't look and be like, Like, and so to have, it's just insane, to take a position that, like, somebody else's life is nothing. That was the hardest thing for me to comprehend, to see, one people kind of look at somebody as like nothing. Like, you're Palestinian, so therefore you're nothing. And it's like, killing you is like almost like stepping on a bug. I just can't understand how one human being can look at another human being that breathes like you, heart beats like you, came out of the womb of a woman like you, and just totally disregard their humanity. It's insane to me, and I hope that we begin to raise our voices in a louder and unified cry to say that this is unacceptable behavior.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's even more kind of distressing about this, I think it was just today I saw something where the U.S. Senate voted like 70 to like nothing to condemn. To say we support Israel and all their actions are justified to go after Hamas. I mean, obviously our government is not from the pretty much highest to lowest levels that you can name the people who actually are on the right side of this on your hand essentially.
Right.
It's really just sick how much our government not only just in the media and in the Senate, but also the money that they send over there to actually that's causing this death.
Right. I mean, and you had Bill Maher put out this ridiculous tweet, and I mean, at what point do we begin to say, man, I'm not going on these shows. I'm not dealing with these people, and this is the thing, you can vote 70-1, or you could say, you support all of the actions of Israel, but then you should not be allowed to use words like truth, justice, freedom, love, morality, and then that was one of the things, Reverend Barber, who's leading Moral Monday, spoke last night. I'm here at Netroots Nation, and he talked about a moral movement, and so don't come to me with we're a Christian nation, we believe in the teachings of Jesus, and then say you 100% back, the murder of innocent men, women, and children. I mean, that's utterly ridiculous. And to suggest, this is the thing, if everybody should have a homeland.
Yeah.
You see? But to to say like you deserve one at the expense of someone else's life.
Yeah.
At that point, man, the international community should say no. And mind you, this is the birthday of Nelson Mandela. You know what I'm saying? May he rest in power. Who spoke up for, you know, the rights of Palestinians. You know what I'm saying? Who's you know, the campaign that, you know, black Americans did in terms of boycott, divestment, and sanctions of South Africa, you know, is being replicated in a very strong and powerful way by not just Palestinians, but people who want justice and freedom in this country. And then you want to call BDS an act of violence, but then you won't condemn, you know, the bombing of children in front of all these journalists.
Yeah.
It's really, it's unconscionable. And so at the point that you stand for that, that's fine. But you really, you know, have abdicated your right to say you support freedom and truth. And don't ever come back to me and say you want to get into something for some humanitarian reasons, because you've shown me you have no regard for human life.